I don't share a lot of the numbers for my business. What I do share is some high-level numbers. I'll say that we've done 7 figures in revenue. I'll say that we've done over $10 million in client sales. I'll share how many leads I get. I'll often share my price point. I'll share what a client is worth to me. And so I'm pretty open about things. One thing I haven't been as open about is personal finances. So like what am I actually taking home? What is the business revenue? And yeah, all of those things. And so on this video, I want to go over a concept that is really powerful, and it is reinvesting. And I'll just share, I won't get into specifics, but in 2022, I started this business, and I was previously running a mortgage business, mortgage processing in particular. And I had a good year, especially compared to previous years, because I was a student beforehand, and everything I was doing was pretty, I wasn't making a lot of money, let's just say. So 2022 is the first year where I made what you would consider an average American salary, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. And today's August 23rd, when I'm recording this, of 2025. Last month, I did more in net profit than I did in all of 2022. The month before, same, which just boggles my mind. Granted, I will say that I had better months than I've historically had in the past, which is a good news. It means my business is growing. But the point I want to make is in a full year, 12 months, I made a decent income. 3 years later, I made that same amount in 1 month. And what's really crazy about this to me is the power of reinvesting, and specifically reinvesting in yourself and in your business. So since that time in 2022, I'll just give you a quick recap. So I was okay at selling then. I'd done some door-to-door sales and sold, 70 units, $2,000 units door-to-door. So like I had some volume there. I served as a Mormon missionary, member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and spoke with a ton of people and brought some people into the church. I had one other business, the mortgage business. It didn't require a lot of selling, just a few strategic partnerships, but I had some sales skills. And so that was obviously beneficial right from the beginning. I didn't have marketing skills really. Besides, I suppose you could count door-to-door, that's like marketing and sales combined. I didn't know how to get strangers on the internet to buy my stuff. That was a completely new skill. And over the last few years, I've really learned that, doing it for myself and doing it for clients. And so being able to drive traffic to an offer that I can create, that's another skill, creating my own offer, and then being able to sell people on it, those first two, the offers and the marketing, completely new skills. And combining that with ability to sell has been amazing. Another thing has been delivery, like actually learning how to deliver on a service that I do myself and that keeps clients, because if you only sell a $5,000 client once, then they're worth $5,000. If you sell them 10 times, they're worth $50,000, which makes a very, very different business. So learning how to do that, and then learning how to hire people who can do the delivery for me while I'm still managing relationships, learning how to create leverage by hiring assistants, by using tools. All of those things have been instrumental to being able to increase my income and really change my life. And you might look at my business, a content agency. We do some warm outreach. You might call it a ghostwriting agency and say, I wouldn't want to start that. It's not scalable. It's never going to hit 10 million a year, 20 million a year. And I'd look at you and say, you're probably right. And this business has totally changed my life and continues to do so. So one other thought here, and I'll probably share a few others, but I was speaking with a friend of mine 2 days ago, and we were talking about this concept. And this friend in particular was working at a restaurant and was looking at his buddy who was working at the restaurant making 2 times as much as him. And he was feeling frustrated and jealous because he was working twice as hard. He was doing a bunch of things on the side and trying to learn skills and make more money. but he wasn't making more money. He was making one half as this other guy who's just in the restaurant space a tiny bit longer. And fast forward 2 years, and my friend is now making 50 times the income of his buddy, which, again, just is crazy. And it goes to show that where you're at today doesn't matter nearly as much as the direction you are headed. And so if you can go direction, or we'll say trajectory, and this is tiny, I'll zoom in for you. Trajectory greater than location, where you're at today. So that's the big thing here. And so I want to look at 2025 and say, what's my trajectory today? Like my location is certainly better than it was 3 years ago, but is my trajectory still up and to the right? In 2028, if I made another video, will I be able to say that I did the same thing, which is investing in my skills and continuing to grow? And apart from the money, which is awesome, it's pretty cool to actually just be more competent. You can go apply these skills to any vehicle in the future, which is amazing. Okay, so that's a high level, what I wanted to cover. And the other thing is how do I actually reinvest in my business, reinvest in myself? So just a couple examples I'll point out. One, Mr. Beast. That guy gets $10,000. He puts all of it into his video where he gives $10,000 away. Then he gets $20,000, does the same. Now he makes a crap ton of money from his YouTube videos, and he reinvests all of it into getting bigger, building a bigger brand, which he's then able to leverage, and he's built other businesses off of so that he is not reliant on the video income. And he still reinvests it. He said he put tens of millions of dollars into the Amazon show that he did, and he lost money. He wasn't profitable, but he knew he was going to do it again anyway, because that wasn't the end game. He was just learning things and trying to go bigger. And the dude just reinvests, and he's probably on the crazy side, where I'm much more of a fan of taking some chips off the table as you go. But the point is, can you reinvest along the way? Can you put more dollars back into your business or into yourself? Second would be, I'd say one of the scariest things I did was I bought a $24,000 year-long program, and that was very scary. I wasn't making a crazy amount of money at the time, maybe somewhere between 25, 30K a month. So it was a month's worth of income, which still felt like a ton of money. And within 2 months, I'd grown from, call it 25 or 30 to 40, and I was doing 40 consistently. And it's because I was super scared of investing those dollars, but when I invested them, I told myself, I have to go and get a return on this investment. And I did. And I got a lot of help along the way, learned some new skills, and also just had the accountability I needed to really push to the next level. Now, when I'm looking at my business, I'm thinking about what are the ways that I can reinvest in myself and in my business, and there are so many ways. So one obvious way is hiring either an agency or an employee who can do something that I can't or that can help me. So for example, I've recently hired a DM setter who, it's like my time is constrained, and so I have them help me send DMs directly on LinkedIn. And that has been a massive unlock for me in terms of time, in terms of leads generated. The inputs, the lead generating activities are happening without me. I can still go in and obviously do some myself. I can still try and close people, but that's a major point of leverage where I'm reinvesting in my business. And I'm learning how to handle somebody on the marketing side, which I've never done before. Another way is I can hire a coach who knows how to do something that I don't, or who knows how to do something better. So for example, I am thinking right now, I'm looking at a few different options, but I'm pretty good at DMs. I've closed quite a few people off of DMs, and I know I can get better, and I don't know how to train people on how to do that. And so I'm looking at some different DM setting courses and coaches, and would love to go pay them either one-on-one or buy their program, whatever it is, so that I can improve that for myself, and we're doing it for some clients. And so I want to make sure that the service is top-notch as well. That's one. Another one is YouTube. You can see I'm creating these videos right now. There's a lot of upgrades I could make. I realize I'm doing Loom, I'm screen sharing, and I have a Notion page that has nothing on it right now. And I've used Miro in the past, and I can make these higher production quality, but I'm fairly confident that if I invested some time and dollars into making my YouTube channel better, that I would see the results in my business. Yeah, anyway, there's any other number of things that I could invest dollars and time into. And the amazing thing is, because I've done that in the past, I have the opportunity to do that now, to invest some of the profits from my business back into myself, back into the business. And I've also been on the other side where I've been super scared of investing dollars back in and just let me extract everything out of the business. And I think getting to a place financially where with your personal finances where you feel comfortable taking bigger swings in your business is exceptionally useful. And I'm doing that right now, and I'm actually pretty close to a number that I'd set a year ago or so, where I'd know that, you know, I'm going to be taken care of in the future. My family will be taken care of in the future, and I can take bigger swings now. And so highly recommend if that's a fear of yours, to put a percentage away so you can, you know, de-risk, but also save a percentage where you can reinvest, and it's where all the growth comes from. So wanted to share that today. Super fun topic to think about. And like I said, you can see in a period of 36 months, in some cases, and other people's cases, it's been a lot less. I more than 10x'd what I'm making personally, just as a result of reinvesting, learning skills, and staying committed to the process. So food for thought. Talk to you later.